started. But if we go to Matthew, the 5th chapter. Matthew, the 5th chapter, get ready for a lot of reading, guys. The Bible says when Jesus saw the crowd, he went up.
Matthew chapter 5.
When Jesus saw the crowds, if you don't have a form, do everybody have a form? Jim has extras. If anybody is short, Jim has extras.
Okay, I'm back.
You have the 5,
5 what?
Yes.
21, No, Matthew 5 is in your book.
Okay.
Do you have the paper that says Matthew 5?
Matthew 5,
21.
21, dot.
Okay, 21.
Oh,
Okay.
You have that, Claudia, you okay? If not, we'll get
Yeah, Matthew 5:21.
Oh, Lord, look here. Here we go. Right here. Look here, give him another. Now we wait for
That doesn't surprise me.
That's what I said.
You go back and don't stop.
Right now, get beat up. They just get beat all the way up. Okay, and then get ready. Steve is on his way in. You know he ain't got one.
Right?
You know he ain't got one.
Price the price.
Win.
Never know.
Hey, Claudia. Win.
That's what I said. Never know.
We're talking about Steve.
I know.
All I know is I love you too.
Here.
But Matthew 5:21
Short,
says, when
okay?
Jesus saw the crowd, he went up the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. He opened his mouth, and he began to teach them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of God. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the gentle, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who have been persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed, it's not open. It's not open. Hold on. I'll open.
No, I opened the middle and the back one this time.
Also, let's go. 11 to receive.
You are blessed when they insult and persecute you falsely, say every kind of evil against you because of me. Be glad and rejoice, because your reward is great in heaven. For that is how they persecuted the prophets who were before you.
13. 13.
Back up here.
You are the salt meat.
Yeah.
See, you don't know what he is.
Oh. 5:13.
I love you, bro.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you?
But he has it.
Huh? It's gonna snow. Okay.
And I even got a folder with some stuff in there. I'm gonna show it to you.
What?
Yeah, man. I got them up in the midnight hour.
But 13 says what?
You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
It's pulling from here, Jim. Watch it pulling from here.
It'll do that. It should be pulling from this one too, but it's not showing up on this one.
When I take this one off, should I ignore this one?
Yeah, ignore that one.
Hey! What's that, brother? I'm not.
I'm gonna call you from ours.
I'll ignore it.
Hey.
But you can't, because this is saying set up something.
I'm just asking. You ready? Be fast.
That's all I got. It's on myself.
Yeah, because it wasn't. No.
Okay, so guys, 14 says, Steve, 14 says what?
13.
Let me finish
No,
that.
you just finished it? You have to finish
Okay, you are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is therefore good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. That's 14.
Nor does anyone light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all who are in the house. 16. Let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good deeds and moral excellence, and recognize and honor and glorify your Father who is in heaven.
Yeah, I'm gonna call from,
17.
Do not think,
no, from Warren's computer.
oh, I thought you were talking, do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophecy
That's a good point.
or the prophets.
Okay.
I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. I tell you the truth,
No, it's not
until
saying
heaven
that.
and
Yeah,
earth
so you're not in.
disappear. Not the smallest letter, nor the least stroke of a pen will by any
Yeah,
means
go ahead and
disappear
try again.
from the law until everything is accomplished. Anyone who breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever practices and teaches them,
No, but I don't see that.
teach these
It's coming up over
commandments,
here.
will be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Ignore.
For I say to you that unless your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not murder,
Yes.
and whosoever murders will be in danger of judgment. But I say to you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment. And whosoever says to his brother, Raka, shall, like you know, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever says, you fool, shall be in danger of hell fire. 23.
So if you're standing before the altar in the temple, offering a sacrifice to God, and suddenly remember that a friend has something against you, leave your sacrifice there beside the altar, and go and apologize and be reconciled to him, and then come and offer your sacrifice to God.
Oh. Agree with your adversary quickly while you are on the way with him, lest your adversary deliver you to the judge. The judge hands you over to the officer, and you be thrown into prison.
26, assuredly I say to you, you will by no means get out of there till you have paid the last penny. You have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. 29.
29. Tracy, back to you.
If your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out and throw it away. For it is better that you lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. For it is better that you lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to go into hell.
31. B.
It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement.
This is where we were at, guys. Deuteronomy 24. Where we're at? Deuteronomy 24.
Before we
If
go
you
there,
turn back to the back of your paper, turn all the way back to the back of your
Yeah.
paper, it says it was said. Yes, Steve.
you know, in verse 22, it says, but I say to you that whosoever is angry with his brother, and it says without a cause. Now, is that proper translation? Because I'm saying without a
Oh, yes,
cause,
Steve.
without a cause, I'm saying without.
22.
22.
Yeah, and it says without a cause. Now I know he talks about you have a fault with your brother, but it says without a cause, and I'm saying, well, what would be without a cause? Would that just be prejudice or something?
That's a good question. Anybody have an answer?
What was the question?
Number 20, verse 22, Matthew 5.
Really?
It says, but I say to you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Anyone answer?
And whosoever says,
Anyone got an answer before I can answer?
no, I could think of.
So look at the text.
Yeah.
He says without a cause, right?
Right.
That's where he's at. Without a cause. So then, what would be without a cause?
When I go to Jews, put the prejudice.
That's one. So we can use that. That's one. What's another one? It says without a cause.
Could be jealousy.
You got another one.
Okay.
So jealousy.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Envy.
Watch this. But how about one that's real simple? It says without a cause. How about one that's real simple? Not simple.
Someone just said it bitter. Someone just
No,
said
something real simple.
it real simple.
Envy?
Something
No.
even more simple than that.
Here's that.
I just don't like you.
Okay, well, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Something about your,
I don't like you. You don't have a reason why you don't like me. But it's just something I don't like about you. I just don't like you. That's without a cause. You ain't got no reasons to do it, but, well, we know who's behind it, but you don't have any reasons to do it, so it's without a cause. I just don't like it. He's bringing this to their attention, because what's going on? You just said something, Steve, you said something about the Jews?
Yeah.
What is it saying over here, Jim? It's
Yeah,
got
the
something
Jews
about
are-
that. So,
Yeah, the Jews are prejudiced.
yeah,
Yes,
yes,
to say the Gentiles or
Say the
anybody
Gentiles.
other, anyone that, they claim God and nobody else should have.
you got, that's another reason, because it is strictly for what? It's strictly about me. What is it? We have to be careful too. Remember what the Pharisees and the Sadducees were doing? They had made it, watch this, they had said to themselves, we are God's article, we're God's people, right? It says we're God's people, then what is he saying? There's no one else can go what?
To him.
To heaven, but who? But us.
But the Jews.
You all still there? Because something popped on the screen. Y'all still there? Okay. Or just something just popped up on the screen. But anyway, so if this is the case, then I hope that answers your question, but I just don't like you,
Thank you, Jim.
right?
Yeah.
So then watch this, if you can, down your books, and then Deuteronomy 24. And then when you get your Bibles in Deuteronomy 20.
What verse?
24.
Oh.
Deuteronomy 20. And 24 verses 1 says what?
When a man has taken a wife and married her, and it comes to pass that she finds no favor in his eyes, because he has found some uncleanness in her, then let him write a bill of divorce and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. And when she has departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
So when he's done what? Basically said that then she can do what? go and marry again, right? Because part of this
Okay, so,
is saying what the latter part, let's go ahead, finish it. I have my
okay,
vote.
and when she's coming out of the house, she may go and be another man's wife.
So she may now go and be what?
Another man.
Another man's wife, right?
Right.
So, remember I told you, what did he find? What did the Bible says, and he found what?
Unclean.
So uncleanness or what? Indecency, or uncleanliness, but he found it, right? He found it, and he, whatever it was, he didn't like it. What would be the uncleanliness that he may have wanted to divorce or put her away in those times? Because remember I said there was a school called the Hilldale. I says, where, who went there? I says, Paul. So watch it, so then you've learned what's the law. But in this case, wouldn't Deuteronomy 24 be the law?
Yeah.
Watch this. Well, who was the law given from? Given from.
From God.
From God.
It was from God, given to.
Yes.
Moses.
Given to Moses. So Moses then gave them this, right? Your Matthew's the 19th chapter says, well, you can go there. No, Calvert, you don't need to go there. Give me Genesis. No, give me Genesis 2.
Matthew 19.
Give me that Genesis 2.
Matthew 19, right?
That's round, really, I know 10 is there, but take me up a little bit.
I mean, like around, because,
3 or 4, go ahead.
which is what, 6?
Okay, put 6 there.
So they know, so they are no longer two, but one
Take it up a
flesh.
little bit higher, that's what I thought. Yeah, take it up a little bit higher.
And the Pharisees came to Jesus.
There we go.
That was in 3. And the Pharisees, Matthew 19:3, came to Jesus, testing him and asking, is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for just any reason? He replied, have you ever read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and
Genesis
female?
2:24 says what? Or really, 20, round 20 says what?
It says, and Adam gave names to all cattle.
Go back down a little bit more.
And the Lord God caused a deep sleep
There it is.
to fall on Adam,
Uh-huh.
and he slept. And when he took one of his ribs, he closed up the flesh
Uh-huh.
in its place. Then the rib which the Lord had taken from man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Keep going.
Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh.
So watch this, and he says, therefore they shall what?
Have you ever-
Become one flesh.
She shall be what? Therefore what?
One flesh.
Calvin, therefore says what?
Become
there?
one flesh.
They shall be what? Therefore they shall what?
Therefore a man shall leave his
A
father
man,
and
and he's
mother,
gonna leave his father and his
and be
mother,
joined to his wife.
and he's going to be joined to his what?
Wife.
Right.
Wife. See that? So we don't have to wonder who consummated or who designed marriage. We know it was God. He says, because she what came out of his womb, right? So now they are one, is what he's saying, right?
Right.
Then, then Job 19 finishes says what?
It says, have you never read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and shall be joined.
Same thought,
separately to-
same thought, isn't it?
Right.
So Jesus is then what? Quoting what he wrote.
All
He
right.
says, so now he's quoting what he wrote. Watch it, he's quoting what he wrote.
Right.
Come on, keep going.
So, in 6, so they are no longer two, but one flesh.
Come on.
Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate.
Keep going.
The Pharisees said to
Here we
him,
go.
why then did Moses command us to
That's
give her?
where we are, right?
Right.
Why then did Moses what?
Command us
Command us.
to give her a certificate of divorce and send her away. He said to them, because your hearts are hard and stubborn. Moses permitted you.
What's the key word in there?
Hard.
Your heart was
Your
hard.
heart.
What's the key word?
Permitted.
Your heart was hard.
And use that on those.
Stubborn and permitted.
Because your heart is
The key word is
committed.
Command.
right.
I didn't say that.
Now do me a favor. We got Deuteronomy 24.
Deuteronomy 24.
One says what?
When a man had taken a wife and married her, and it came to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write a bill of divorcement and give it to her
So,
in her hand and send her.
so what
out
did the
to her.
Pharisees say in 19?
He said,
So why did Moses,
Pharisees said, why
did Moses,
command,
why did what?
why did Moses command
Did
us
Moses command?
to give her a certificate?
Did Moses command? You see what I'm saying? Did Moses command? I don't see a command anywhere.
I don't either.
You see? I don't see a command anywhere. So why did Moses come? When did Moses command? When did Moses say you have to get a divorce?
He didn't.
He didn't. See how playing with words create a problem? Now watch this.
So just
Jesus
like
said,
the Pharisees, so they sinned.
you got it. So now
They
watch
were
this.
sinned.
So watch this. If that's the case, then now watch
Just like
this.
that other.
And just that simple. He says, if you eat of this fruit, you shall. God said, you shall surely.
Surely die.
Satan says, if you eat of this fruit,
You shall surely not.
and see that? Always was what?
Not.
One word.
Mhm.
You see how important it is in studying God's word?
Yes.
One word.
Wow.
Just one
Yes.
word can move things around. And that's something, yes.
And, you know, like you said, one word, I don't need to go back, but you said something in Genesis 2.
Yeah?
And we know that Adam named the animals, he named everything.
Yes?
But and I just caught this, I thought God did this in 23. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and she shall be called woman.
So this is now,
So is he doing that?
Yeah. I don't know if they can see no more. Why you they just doing something? Can y'all hear us? Say that. Can y'all hear us?
They just moved their computer.
Oh, they can hear us. Okay, I just want to make sure you can hear us. Okay, go ahead. What you say?
I was just saying, it said the rib in which the Lord God had taken for man made he woman and brought it to the man.
Uh-huh.
He brought that woman to the man.
Go ahead.
And Adam said,
Go ahead.
which I thought God said,
Go ahead.
this is now bone of my bone,
Uh-huh.
but it couldn't be bone of his bone.
Yes, it is.
Well, God's
Yes, it
bone?
is.
I'm talking about God's bone.
Oh, no. Adam said this is not
You're bone of my bone, but I'm talking about God.
Oh, no, God didn't
But I'm
say
just saying this is how I dismiss it.
Right. Oh, okay. But what did Adam say?
Adam is, he named the woman.
Yeah.
He said, this is mine.
So what did he say? What? By King James says what?
And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone.
Come on.
Flesh of my flesh.
And she shall be called.
And she shall be called woman.
And she
because
shall be
was
called
taken
not
in man.
woman. She shall be called.
Woman.
She shall. Right. She shall be called womb from his womb.
Okay.
So she shall be called womb. But she's like what?
Amen.
Man. So she's just like me.
Yeah.
So she shall be called womb. She's a womb that looks just like me. So now I have someone that looks just like me. See what I'm saying? We okay? Because we won't before we travel. We okay?
Well, like I
But
said,
yeah, she's not an animal, she's a human.
That's my point.
Right.
So he's got somebody that looks just like him. She's now a womb man. And so he's now has to have, watch his instructions, watch his by nature, as to what he needs to do. And that is to what? Be fruitful and multiply the face of the earth. So God is now, as he's been using the animals to populate the earth, he is now going to use mankind with that womb, man, now to produce as well. By nature, he's going to do these things. And she is now going to conceive over and over and over and over again as they have. And that's why you got your 3, because Adam has dove into the pleasure. I said, whether we like it or not, sexual behavior, it becomes habitual behavior. When it becomes habitual behavior, the pleasure that you felt says that I can't put this away. I've got to keep going. Well, God made it clear as a bell, I don't have anything against what you're doing because she is now your wife. So he says, so this is what gives you permission, wife. This gives you permission because she's your wife. So then watch this. Now get back over to Deuteronomy, if you don't mind. And in fact, I hope I answered this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then watch this back over to Deuteronomy. God ain't never made that command. That's the Pharisees that came up with this. The Pharisees said God made a command. But look at your text in 24:1. But it says what?
If a man marries a woman, but she becomes displeased.
First of all, it says what?
If a
It says
man
what?
marries a woman.
It says what?
If.
Mine says when.
Or when, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is there comes in, watch this, the ideal of what? Marriage. So he says if a man marries a woman, then do what? Says what?
If a man marries a woman, but she becomes displeasing to him because she finds something improper about her, he may write her a divorce certificate, hand it to her and send her away from his house.
Right. Give me back over to, stay there. Get me back over to where we were at, 31. Back to Matthew 5. 31 says what?
It has been said, whoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorce.
Come on.
But I say unto
He
you,
says, but whoever puts away his wife, let him give her a what? A writing of divorce, right? We ain't got a problem, keep going. Says
but
what?
I say unto you,
Uh-huh.
wait a minute, I'm trying to go to it, and just because it reads better. It has been also said, whoever divorces his wife to give her a certificate of divorce. But I say unto you, that whoever divorces his wife, except on grounds of sexual immorality,
He gave it, then there's another word.
causes her to commit,
But there's another word that he uses that watches, according to what God has said in Teresa's Deuteronomy 24:1, right? Your Deuteronomy 4, that's why I told you to stay there.
He finds no favor.
Deuteronomy says what? Displeases, I think is what you were saying.
Displeases.
Right?
Yes.
Displeases, right?
Something
So watch
improper
this.
about her.
Who's speaking in your 5:31, 32? Who's speaking in there? Jesus. There's another word that stands out.
except,
Right? But, see it?
except.
There's
for grounds
no,
of
well,
sexual-
no, you have to read, you have to go no faster.
But I
That's
said,
all, you got a but. So watch this, then if that's the case, then if I go back up to 31, it says what?
it has also been said, whoever divorces his wife is to give her a certificate of divorce.
Did he not say that? Did that not come from God?
No, is that no?
Yes, it did.
Well, when he said it,
Jesus
said it, he said, but I say to you that who said that will put away his wife?
So he said it. Jesus most definitely said it.
Yeah,
That's what you got to see it.
Yeah.
So Jesus said it, and then who wrote it? Oh, the bill of divorce.
God.
Well, okay, but who wrote it? You say God, but this God is Jesus. So then the one that's explaining Matthew's 31 and 32 is saying something. So watch it. If this is the case, by looking at this, it does say what in 24? It does say what? But you
If
says
a
if
man marries a woman,
marries a woman, come on.
but she becomes displeasing to
Go
him
ahead.
because he finds something improper about her.
And so watch this, and she becomes displeasing, right? Displeasing, right?
Right.
What's the other word that you got to pull out now?
improper.
Then you gotta find this word, right? What is improper, right? So now we gotta are indecent. So watch this. So yours says what?
Indecent.
So indecent. So you got indecent, improper, uncleanliness. They're all the same. So then watch this. Then watch this. I got them. I told y'all keep your pages going. So now you got to go back to what did he say in 19? He said what?
Matthew 19, what?
Yeah, Matthew 19. I think you went around 5 or 6.
Yeah, it says,
It said about Pharisees. About the Pharisees. It says what?
the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, It is lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause. And he answered and said
Stop.
unto them,
What does yours say? Read it again. Here's another word.
19:4.
Come on.
19:4. That's where I'm at. Anybody want to know?
So you got another word. Part of yours.
He replied, Have you ever?
No, back to next where you were.
And the Pharisees came to Jesus,
Go ahead.
testing him and asking, Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for just any reason?
Yours says any reason. Your other Bible said every cause.
Any cause.
So watch this. Any call, every cause. I think you
It
said.
said every cause.
So every call, any cause, any reason, any more things I got. Y'all got some other words in your Bible?
So every cause.
We'll use them all.
Okay.
But the bottom line is, he says every cause, right?
Right.
When? Go back
Okay.
to your Bible.
Uh-huh.
Matthew 5,
Uh-huh.
32, really 31, 32.
It has been said,
Uh-huh.
Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement.
We agree. Amen. Right?
Jesus said.
We agree. Jesus said. Keep going. Back to my Deuteronomy. Says what? We agree so far. Go ahead.
He may write her a divorce.
No, she got to take me up and come down.
Oh, if a man marries a woman,
Go ahead.
but she becomes displeasing to him because he finds something improper
Hey,
about
fine.
her.
Yours says what?
Improper?
Yours says what?
Fine.
Something.
Something.
Something improper.
Mine says every cause.
Watch this. So watch this. Your Deuteronomy says in 24, it says what?
Something improper
Come on.
about her.
About her? Come on.
He may write her a divorce certificate, hand it to her, and send her away from his house.
So why is he going to write her a divorce certificate, right? He says improper, right?
Right.
Back up your 32. Y'all back in the back. Somebody got a 32? Matthew 5, 32? This is going to make sense in a minute, and I got to walk you through it. I got to get you
But I
to see.
say unto you,
Uh-huh.
that whoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, cause her to commit
What? That's your
adultery.
32?
Yeah. Matthew 5:32.
Your 31 says what? Come on,
That's
come on,
been
said.
Come on, says what?
Furthermore, it has been said, whoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce.
Got it. Don't remove it. Got it. That's it. According to Deuteronomy 24, that's it. Because he said in 31, gives her a certificate of divorce, right?
Right.
That's it, right?
Because he said, it has been said.
Then why did he read your 32?
But I,
But,
But
what?
I said,
But again,
But is a what? A conjunction.
Continuation of a thought.
So, then what's going on? You never finish what I said according to the law. You never completed what I've said, because this every cause for you to give her a bill of divorce was then designed to protect her. He said, I don't understand how are you going to protect her? It was never built around divorce. It was built around to protect her. You say, wait a minute, Brother Thompson, you got to be out your mind. That can't be there. I need somebody to flip Leviticus. I need somebody, y'all don't, you stay where you are. Y'all stay wherever you are. Because we're going to be flipping all over. And I just want to get a reader, so we just boom, boom, boom. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Okay, that's all I want. So your Leviticus 20 verse 10, Leviticus 20 verse 10 says what? Oh,
Leviticus what?
Let him find it. I'm getting Genesis, Revelation, Deuteronomy,
If a man commits adultery,
say what?
if a man commits adultery with another man's wife, both the man and woman shall be put to death.
Wait a minute, so stay there, Loretta.
Leviticus, what was that?
20 verse 10. Calvert, your 31 said what? I told you to stay there. Lord.
Furthermore, it has been said, whosoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce.
We agree, come on.
But I say to you,
Give her a what?
certificate of divorce.
So watch this. What is a certificate of divorce? So I don't want to lose you for that. So what is a certificate of divorce? He says here to give her a certificate of divorce, right?
Yeah.
So in giving her a certificate of divorce, Jim, you just read Leviticus 20:10, right? I mean, I'm sorry. Sister, who you call Sister Charles?
Sister Charles.
Charles, that's what you call her? Okay, Sister Charles. That ain't what I call her. I call her Loretta. But go ahead. So Sister Loretta said what?
Sister Loretta.
Said what?
If a man commits adultery with
If man commits adultery, then what is the problem for work? Watch this. Then do you need a certificate of divorce? If man commits adultery, keep reading. If man commits adultery
with another man's wife,
with another man's wife,
both the man and woman shall
but both of them shall what?
be put to death.
So what? Do you need a certificate of divorce?
No.
Why?
But they both dead.
Hello, because they both dead. So you don't need a certificate of divorce. So then, what is the certificate of divorce about? And I gave you a hint. It is to protect the woman. So then, what is it? And then your 24 say what?
If a man marries a
Come on.
woman
Hey.
that she becomes displeasing to him because he finds something improper about her,
Go ahead.
he may write her a divorce
He might write her a
certificate,
divorce
hand it over to her.
And he's, wait a minute, the divorce certificate, he needs to do what?
Hand it over.
And he's to hand it over to her, is to put it in her hands. Right?
Yeah.
Does she need to know why she's being divorced?
Not back then.
Does she? Right. Yes, she does. She needs to know why she's been divorced because I said that certificate is designed to protect her. Right?
Right.
So don't she need to know why she's been divorced?
Yeah, it's gonna protect it.
So if that certificate is designed for her for the divorce, then how about this one? On that certificate of divorce,
Burn the toast.
She burned the toast, so I'm divorcing.
Because it said he found something.
It says
It
we
wasn't just
recall.
because,
in
you
Matthew
know,
improper.
He caught her in the act, so he just
And
found something.
found this improper. It says improper. That's what your Tibet text says.
Yeah.
What's so the what?
So I say unclean.
Uncleanliness. Well, the toast is burned up, it is most definitely unclean. I can't eat it. I can't eat it, so it's.
Sound like it's more
Yeah.
sexual uncleanness.
Well, watch this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Well, watch this. But if it was sexual, what did Leviticus 20 say? 10.
They should be stoned.
They to be what?
Killed.
Killed.
Oh, okay.
So do I give? Look,
Right.
I forgot, but I'm gonna put this on your tombstone. There's a certificate of divorce.
Right, so it don't.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't give you a certificate of divorce if, isn't that a law, Leviticus 20:10? Isn't that a law?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a law. So then if that person was caught in the act, if they ain't got no business being in it, they both were killed. That produces a problem with your John 8. That's why when the woman was caught in adultery,
Right. The man on the right.
what you say?
The man couldn't be.
Where? You didn't pull out just one half.
Right.
Where's the rest of this? She didn't do it by herself. So where's the rest of this? You don't have it. We so quick to say, well, see, and then God shows His mercy. Yes, He did show His mercy. But the other side of that is, well, where is He?
Right. He was being protected.
Is that your brother? Where is it that you don't want to be brought to the scene. You hear me? Because he got to go too.
That's right.
He's got to be killed too. There's no other person, remember? They did what?
Drop the stone.
So Jesus said, he that is without,
Sin.
Sin,
he said, let him do what?
cast the first stone.
You know something. Yo, John 8 says, but Rabbi, we called this woman
And then,
in the act.
With who?
In the act. Well, if you call her in the act,
Right.
then where is he?
Right.
Right, Copper? Then where is it since you call her in the act? I told you we don't understand the text. We just run by what somebody else said. This is what they said. You see God's grace. You see God's mercy. You see God's law. God honors His law. I can't kill one without killing the other. Where's the other one? Where's the other half that did this? What do you mean that's your brother and your cousin? Well, where's he at? Won't you bring him out? You won't bring him out. I think you do need to drop them stones
but they was,
and walk.
they was testing Jesus.
You better
But the
know
point
it.
is how insulting. I mean, you know, to say that to Jesus. I'm talking about.
Oh, no,
if you know what the law is, the law is to kill both of them.
But
But
Steve,
yet you want to come to him
Come
and say,
Come on.
we call her in the act.
because why? When you're up to no good, you always forget something. Okay?
They must have forgot.
Watch this.
He was probably out in the crowd picking up the.
You got it. I wouldn't put it past. He could also been out there, I don't believe that. But he could have been out there doing the same thing. But the bottom line is, where was the other half? It's not there. So then watch this, looking at your Deuteronomy 24 verses 1, then it does not sound like it's a command. Back in your Matthews 19 says, but if you catch him and says, well, give him a certificate of divorce, come on, then what? What did Jesus say?
And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read
Have you not read?
that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
So I want to identify.
And said-
Watch this. So I want to identify. Did I not, according to Genesis 2, did I, when I took her out of his womb, did I not have them what? Be identified that they're what? Male and female. I had them. After all, I said in Genesis 2:19, I said, it is not, he says, it is not good for man to be alone. So then what he do, and that's where your process comes along, where all of a sudden now he what? Puts him to sleep, right? And produces a warm man from him. So now you have a mate. You have somebody that is compatible with you. But time has marched on. The Pharisees and the Sadducees are running the ship. So they have taken the law, and what they've done is botched the law. Because when we went back up to, was it 27? He says if a man looks upon a woman with lust in his eyes, he says he's already committed. So we've already botched the law, because Jesus says, but I say. But I say. Jesus says, but I say. Watch this. From henceforth, but I say. From henceforth, but I say. Here we go with that I say. What I'm trying to bring to your attention, what has been given is the law. How it's been received, or how it has been dissected, or how you have used your discernment is incorrect. So many people, I've been around people that can quote you scriptures.
Don't even know what that means.
You got it. And what are you talking about? I've had one gentleman sit there, I'll never forget it, in a laundry, sit there, bigger than big, and trying to debate with the idea of what Jesus had mentioned earlier. He says, if you said, if you right eye, he says, you to do what? To pluck it. He said, if you,
Right here.
he says,
Cut it off.
cut it off. Didn't he say that? He says, cut it off. I says, and you ain't never offended nobody? You've never done anything? Why is it I see both of your eyes? Why is it I see both of your hands? So what do you mean? Well, that's what it said. That's direct, right? He didn't change his thinking on that. He made it clear as a bell. So why was it either? Is it literal or is it? metaphoric. Stop and think about it. What is it? So Jesus was given an example to bring to their attention for them to see something. So now, back over to where we're at, Matthew 5, your 32 says, but, you got to guess it, but what?
But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication.
Now he says, then I have to do what?
Clarify.
You got it. You need to get it because you don't get it in 24. That was never designed to give you a divorce. It was designed for you to protect her. She gets the paper. Now we can go a little bit farther down in Deuteronomy 24. She was designed to protect her. So watch this. It said what? Put it in her hand. Put it in her hand.
Put it in her hand.
Come on.
And sent her away.
And watch this. Get on out of here. Go on. Get on out of here.
If after leaving his house,
Come on.
she goes and becomes another man's
Watch
wife.
this. Then she what?
Becomes another man's
So
wife.
then she marries again, right? How does she marry again? How does she marry again? What's she have in her hand? The certificate. What did it say in the divorce papers?
She burned
So that
toast.
freed her.
What did it say?
She burned toast.
She burned the toast. That's what it said in your divorce certificate. It said, reason why I'm here, watch this, I have to understand it. Watch this, so you were another man's wife. Yes, I have to understand it. I also understand you're not dead.
Right.
So it can't be fornication or adultery. It can't be that because you're still alive.
Right.
So then, can I see why you are still alive and yet you're divorced? According to the law, then she is getting ready to get married. He's not, Jesus didn't remove the marriage. I know what the church say, you're married and you're divorced and you can't marry again. Sorry. Jesus never said that.
Under any circumstances?
Watch this. Under any circumstances, whatever it was, under any circumstances, and you want to put her away, you better get one of these. Why are you going to get one of these? Well, first of all, you're going to where? To the rabbis to get this. The rabbis are saying, okay, let me see your divorce certificate. When I'm looking at your certificate, you, first of all, because the people were what?
Illiterate.
Illiterate.
Huh? I read that song.
They couldn't read, huh?
Born day toast. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Born. Okay.
You're illiterate, right?
Illiterate.
So since you're illiterate, you would have to get a what? A scribe, right? If you gotta get a scribe, you gotta do what? What's that? Pay him. If you ain't got nothing to pay him with, then what you gotta do? Right. She wanted to make fun of you. She said, "Get what he gave me." Born? They ain't tools. You see what I'm saying? You see how silly it looks?
Yeah.
So watch this. So then I need to get a scribe. I ain't got the kind of money to get a scribe or to get a lawyer. So I can't afford a lawyer. So if I make this out myself, I'm going to look like the laughing stock.
So I'm not going to take it.
Oh, you got it. So I think I better stay with her. I think I better put up with her. Because really back then, you thought Johnny Taylor wrote it then. It really applied to then. It's cheaper to keep because it's going to cost you some money to get a lawyer to take care of this. So it really have been cheaper if you had a helper. And if that's the case, then doesn't this make sense? So this certificate of divorce that God was talking about was not built, and I've heard it too many times. I said, remember we were talking about them brothers that came in here earlier that was coming in here to change some things. They had a major struggle when I tried to explain that. Oh, that can't be. You can't marry again. Oh, yes, you can too. We'll go to Deuteronomy 24. It ain't got nothing to do. Well, it says certificate of divorce, but you understand why the certificate of divorce was written. It was something that she had in her hands to protect her. Isn't that amazing? God was always and always has been protecting that woman. Trying to protect that woman. Because we've said it is a man's world. He's a dominant figure here. So when it's been a dominant partner, or a dominant person, then God needs to protect his help meet. His help meet. Because man has taken on, watch this, his Genesis 3:17. Man is taking that on. Man now, watch, man has understood his punishment. He's going to what?
Work to the
So when he come home, what you mean? The toast is burnt. Now he's just as macho man. Well, what's wrong with you? Now he's just as bad as she is. She wants to usurp him, and he wants to dictate to her. See the curse now? There's your curse. You got a curse, which shouldn't have been. I made a statement too a while back. Here's one deeper than that. And I ain't talking to the single women, but here's one deeper than that. Why do you want to take my curse? Run it by you again. Y'all didn't catch it. Why do you want to take my curse? Because I can't take yours. So why do you want to take mine? I can't have children. So why do you want to take mine? You out there in the fields just like me now, working out the sweat of your brow, and God didn't design you like that. But you out there working your behind out, trying to get what you want. That's the issue. Get what you want, because you're not satisfied with what the husband can provide for you. And that means if he watches you married and you have to go live in cardboard boxes, and that's what you have to do. But because that's his role, is to make provisions for you. That was his role. His role was, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the sweat of his brow. I thought that's what it was. The key here is that Satan has come in. Satan's got you looking around at other folks that got something, and you are craving the same thing. So watch this. So you can't get that Gucci, so you get a knock off. You get a knockoff. But even in your knockoff, it requires that you spend a little change to get your knockoff. You see what's going on? So then watch this. And looking at the text, now does this start to make some sense? I want you to see something. Because I told you, it really wasn't hard. We've made, marriage and divorce such a hard subject matter. Somebody, please explain it to me. Verse 32 said what, Calvin? Verse 32 said what?
I say
to you,
that whosoever
divorces this is your reasons for divorcing your wife, because grace has come in now. This is the reason for putting away your wife. Come on.
divorces his wife for any reason except sexual immorality.
Why it says except sexual immorality. Right? Watch this. Come on.
Causes her to commit adultery.
So watch this. Except
Sexual immorality.
she's now married. Go to Deuteronomy 24. Another man. Didn't she? Look what you caused.
Cause her to have sexual immorality.
Look what you caused. You caused her to have a problem. You caused that. Woo! She's gone now. I got out of it. God says, you are lying. I told you he made it just as serious as you could understand. Don't you understand? If she ain't put away for committing adultery would have been death. But if she ain't put away from that, then look what you've caused. Now you cause a problem with you. Huh? Because you're an adulterer. Read it again.
But I say to you, that whosoever divorces his wife for any reason except sexual immorality causes her to commit adultery.
So then watch this. Be careful. Because what did you do? You put her away because you didn't like her for something. But you didn't put her away for the right reasons. So now she's gone, right? And now you say,
I can marry him.
well, I gotta have my desires met. You know, I need to make sure that my desires, because my desires didn't go anywhere. And I can't serve a living God miserable. Don't that make sense? I can't serve a living God. He wouldn't want me miserable trying to serve him. So now what I gotta do is go out and find me another mate. God says, you didn't take care of the first one. The first one was your mate. That's why he says, and back in your 19, that's why he made that statement, clear as a bell. And she done lost it. Lord,
I lost nothing.
Lord have mercy.
Have you not read that he that made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Go ahead.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave.
For this cause
Shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Come on. So,
Wherefore,
watch this. Your King James would say, so what God has put together, let no man
that's
pull
what
it.
it says.
Let no man pull it. Let no man pull it apart. God is saying, you don't understand. What God has put together, God put it together, wow, to the point that he said, this is now bone of my bone, and what? Flesh of my flesh. God said, I got a glue called stickle. And watch this, it's stronger than gorilla. He says, because if you pull it apart, guess what you pull?
His flesh.
You pull more in your flesh.
Your bones.
You hear me? You pull more in your flesh. We see flesh and say, ooh, that's gotta hurt. How about pulling out some ribs? How about really pulling out something? So watch this. What he's really saying then is what God has put together.
You can't pull it apart.
That's what he's saying. You can't pull it apart. Only I can pull it apart.
But
And how do I pull it apart? By your breaking a covenant. Yes.
But you keep saying what God has put together.
Oh, yes.
So if God didn't put it together,
You got it.
it's already broken in the beginning.
It never was.
It never was, so it ain't
never-
really joined
Right.
as one.
Yeah.
So ain't no worry about pulling it apart because it's not together.
Never was. But here's the question. Where, when, how do you know that God didn't put it together?
Right.
Come on. I think that's what you had to hand. So let me help you. I'm so glad you asked. Y'all didn't ask? What you want to ask?
I want to ask.
Ah, there we go. I did get somebody. Can I get a confirmation on that?
Yeah, he wants.
No, you can't confirm your own.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. I gotta get a second. I gotta get a second. Can I get a second?
Second, that emotion.
That emotion?
Second, I ain't saying nothing until I get the
Somebody, anybody, please. What? Jim did.
Okay, can I get a third?
Oh, Pastor. Wait,
Oh,
I need a second because I'm confused.
then If that's, well, here's my point, and here's a great example.
How you know?
When we
God
say
put it
that
together?
God never put it together. There are two people getting married right now, male and male, female and female.
Right.
They're following the law.
The law.
The law of land. They're following it, right? So did God put it together?
No.
See that? So it was never put together by God. It was put together by man. But Brother Johnson, that one's easy. So let me help you with another one. When your relationship doesn't do what?
Align with God.
Align itself with God.
Line itself up with God. God ain't never put that together. You put that mess together. Watch this. He wants you to stay in that mess. Because you put that mess together. Watch this. Stay in it so that it can come together and line itself up. But if that non-believer wants to leave, what he said, didn't he?
Yeah.
So then let them leave. Let them go if they don't want to be there. But watch this. But as our responsibility, we should be trying to work this out with that non-believer, trying to see if we can make things happen, right?
Right.
Wrong.
Wrong.
He said, let them go. Wrong. Let them go. They want to go. You say, I hope the door, you said, don't let the, where the Lord split you. Okay? But,
Could that unbeliever marry
go.
again?
who?
If that unbeliever leaves, could that unbeliever marry
I don't
again?
believe in doing anything they want to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're not believing, so it don't matter.
So it don't matter. Hell is hell. It ain't gonna change because they non-believers.
Your question should be, can the believer
Did
marry
they
again?
They were never.
Oh,
They
that's
were
my
never
next
married
question.
in the first
They were
place.
never married, oh.
That's why she or he can say to the non-believers, bye, let them go. Because now that says to you, I am to marry, I can marry again. But how?
So what is that, abandonment? Does that mean that he abandoned you?
No, because he didn't abandon. Remember, whatever it was, I just came in, and I says, you know what, Teresa, I just had enough of it, I really don't like you no more. I'm out. Peace. Be cool. Peace. You know what I'm saying?
But you're married,
Right.
right? You're married,
I'm just
right?
gonna show up. and-
Artists don't show up.
But doesn't he have responsibilities to her?
What? Who? Which person?
The non-believer. Is he married to her?
What does he's married to her. What does the non-believer, what responsibility does the non-believer have?
I'm talking about in their household.
Still,
Like,
what does the
they're-
non-believer have?
If they're doing things
Whatever
together,
society says.
so financial, like,
If he walks,
if he walks in you.
what does he have that holds him?
If
You got, ain't no
believe-
morals, he's a non-believer. He don't care. You got deadbeat what? You got deadbeat what?
Oh, like a deadbeat dad? So
You got
deadbeat
deadbeat dads, right? The court say, hey, right? The court says you have $80,000 that you have to pay. He says, I hope you get it. Why? Because what that tells me, I need to get paid.
Under the table.
Because I ain't paying nothing. The only time he'll feel that impact is if he lives long enough and he gets old. He gets old, he's unable to function anymore, to work anymore. He knocks on, the unemployment door, that social security door. He knocks on that social security door and says, you know what, give me, I'm now 66 and I want to collect my my social security. And they said, no problem, so what we need to do is, by the way, calculate that out. I forgot how many more years, but that's what that
10
is,
years.
calculate. Huh?
10 years.
No, it's calculated because people live longer than 10. So.
Oh, no,
Social
I
Security.
thought you were saying the last.
Oh, no, Social
Never mind, go
Security.
ahead.
So they calculate that out, it's built enough where you're gonna have something you die. But
Right.
it's calculated out. But in the so they calculated, right? So if you didn't put in but $2,000 and you got a lifetime to go, you might get $1.98.
That's what I was gonna say, $1 a month.
Okay? What? That ain't enough to write a about it, I know, because that's why we're gonna set up direct deposit. And put your $1.98 in the account. What? Well, you didn't put nothing in it.
Right. There's nothing to give you.
Everything was under the table. You thought you beat the government. You did. You beat us. That's why you got a $1.88.
Oh, you said,
Okay.
oh, what you said?
Okay. Cause, by the way, and we going out of that because you still owe back pay. You still in.
So now you're gonna get 98 cents.
That's it.
$1 of that.
Cause I gotta take that. Cause I gotta take that, cause this is all I have to garnish you. That's all I have, but this is my means of living. Yes, it is. And you created it. So many people think they slick by taking stuff under the table. You're getting paid well under the table. You're not reporting any income. So since you're not reporting any income, or some people don't even do taxes. So then,
It comes back on you.
what's that?
It comes back on you.
It's back. And watch this, and what a sad time for it to come back. You old now. You're trying to figure out. Watch this. Did you know? Watch this. Did you know you can't even pay your Medicare?
Yep. Oh, the Medicare.
Yeah, you can't even pay your Medicare.
Yeah.
Remember, you got to pay Medicare. Remember, Medicare's you have to pay that monthly whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So they got to take that out of your check.
Yep.
I know for me it's 135. Lonnie, y'all talk. I know for me it's 135. And if I want to, the added benefits or whatever, then I pay
Supplemental.
supplemental. And then I pay a little extra because I want the supplemental, because I want dental vision. So I pay for that. You hear me? Stop and think about it. So you thought when you retire, whoo, I retired and I'm going to get my check. And your check came in, and your check, I'll say, was $200 that you got. You already mad, $200. And they say, are you interested in Medicare? They say, after all, you do need to have your health. You do need, because what happens when you get sick?
Yep.
You say, well, okay, then go ahead and do it. They said, okay, they send you the bill. The bill says, I don't know how they did Lonnie, how they did you all, but they hit me with a $435 bill. When they came in, I said, what the heck is this about?
400 and what?
$35 bill. I says, what is this about? They says, well, this is for 3 months. I said, well, then why don't we turn around and break this down monthly? Watch this. They says,
Part A and Part B?
right, they said, but you know what? We can, watch this. They said, we can. I said, watch this. I was sitting, I ain't mad no more. I said, it don't matter because you're going to take it in month anyway, so just go take it. Just go and take whatever you need. Let's go. So what do you mean? So that means now, and by the way, I'm not collecting any Social Security. That means then, what do you need to do? You better make sure you got your 400 and whatever is needed.
Oh, that's why.
Right, every quarter. You better make sure you have it. Till you reach that age where your Social Security come in, then they gonna snatch that out. It's built around the year you were born.
So if you were born in 59 and back.
You might miss it.
Yep.
It might go to 67 for
Yep,
you,
yep.
or 68 for you.
No, if you were born in 60 and
I'm trying to tell you, it might go even higher for those in 60, 61.
But I'm saying if you were born in 58,
Let me say this, but let me
I
give
thought
you.
it was the cutoff was 59.
Well, let me help.
Because I was born in 59 and
So
I'm
let me,
59.
so watch this. So let me drop the bomb on you.
I was born 61.
So let me drop the bomb on you.
Yep.
Hold on.
Drop it.
Y'all ready? Let me drop the bomb on you.
Yep. I already know.
The bomb is 58.
The who?
Then you're in another category. That's sad.
Say that again?
You go into another
You
category.
go- Yeah, you do.
What did you say?
You go into
You go into
another
another
category.
category.
For what?
Once
Wait.
that.
Mine is 66. When I reach 66, I can collect 53. I can collect, I think it's 57, 58, that's it. Then it shifts. Then you gotta go around, stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, like working.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's- you
yeah,
gotta work a
yeah.
little bit longer.
I'm like
Oh,
70.
if you're born 61, you have to work
I think
longer?
You gotta
70
work
is
longer.
mine.
You gotta probably work till you about 90. Or 90 and a half. Okay.
76. Oh, I'll show you.
I'm 56,
Billy,
man.
Oh, brother, you cool. You slide. But you just, hey Steve, you doing like this. I got him.
This is what it says. Let me read this to all the people,
Go ahead.
so y'all will know.
She says all the
You need
people.
to research for yourself. It says if you were born in 1959,
Go ahead.
that would be me, your full retirement age is 66
Okay.
and 10 months.
Okay, watch this.
Remember, the earliest a person can start receiving Social Security